Okay, we continue working with a standard material. I give a simple plane to that. Double click to material editor. And let's talk about color. I explain all of this color, how to change the color of image. Don't forget to assign this material to your object. You can change the color of that. And I want to explain the texture. You can close the color once. You can work on a texture. This texture part is in all of these channels. You can see them. So it's very important to insert in the texture on your channel. It's very important. It's header. For inserting the texture, GIF file, movie file on your text on your object, you can use this channel texture. If you want to insert a simple texture, you have to click on this part to navigate to your PC and insert the PSD file, GIF file, movie file, a simple thing. In this case, I insert a PSD file. As you can see, if you change the direction of the camera, we have some reflection and lightness on your scene. You can, in this case, turn off the reflectance to matte look of your texture. Come back to the color, and in the texture, if you click on this, we have another word of settings and the shaders here. That's how I explained these. Just it's very simple. You can clear your texture or another load image from your desktop. And again, or you can create a new texture if you want. You can edit it in your Photoshop editor, or you can see it in Explorer or reload image again. And if you click on this after inserting, you can go to other settings of that. I'll explain now. For coming back, you can go back. In a sampling, we can sample the texture that you insert. For example, we have the sample. This is all about the pixels. We don't have any pixel sample good. Circle better, and going to the MIP. Many thing in place. It's a better sampling quality, and the SAT is better. Sound at area table. It's better sampling, but it needs more for higher texture, 8K texture sampling here. You can blur your texture for better seeing that. If you need, you can come here and add interactive render for blurring. You need to see that. Oh, but I have to turn off the global illumination in this case. And we have blurring here, 0 blur and another blur. And you can do your scale of your blur here if you want, negative or positive number. Okay, it's all about the blurring. Just you can blur your texture if you need. And this is from none to better sampling our pixels. So SAT is better, but it's for higher quality of texture if you want. You play with this. MIP is better. It's default actually. And here is the information about your image. And blending mode. We have a color. For example, we have a green color on your image. But you cannot see because we texture override this color. To mix in this channel to the channel color, we need a mixed mode. This is normal. You can add it. You can subtract the colors together, or you can multiply it. If you normal, you can mix channel in 100% or 0. If you make it at 0, the mixed channel, you can completely see the color channel. And if you mix the strings to the 100%, you can completely see the texture channel, and you have to use mixed mode. It's like the blending mode. And the model is Lambert or Oriennar. It means all about changing the diffuse color. For better seeing that, We don't use them, but I explained a little about that. Okay. I think it's better seeing to this part. Double click, turn off the interactive render, and open a new window, and a little bit make it bigger, and turn on reflectance. And you can see the lighting of that. It's controlling that. Go into the color, and if you have a smooth surface, use Lambertine or orange. If you have a rough, as you can see, we have a little bit changing at the brightness and diffuse part. You can change the diffuse falloff. Okay, we have more black and white. It's actually contrasted. We have a smooth falloff between darker and lighter part. Diffuse level or more rough or more smooth. For rough or more smooth soft surface. Okay, you can see it's all about changing the brightness and diffuse of your model. If you have a simple soft surface, use a lumber. And you can change the diffuse falloff. Nice. If you click on the texture here, you can go to other settings of that. We have 3 tab: basic, shader, and animation. In the basic, you can reload image, edit image with the Photoshop. If you want to editing image with the Photoshop, you have to come to the edit preferences, and in a render man, you can set a Photoshop path, open this and give your exe of your Photoshop, automatically open that, and you can edit your image with a link. You can assign the layer of this object here or blur and offset. You learned it before. In a shader, we have a sampling that I explained it before. Interesting part here is if you insert the PSD, you can see your layer here. If its default show layer is ticked off, and you have to turn it on to see the layer. For example, if you want just to see that, you can see just this image. And if you want to make alpha, that you can generate alpha, it automatically create an alpha of these shapes. Nice. And then you can use them in an alpha channel that I'll explain it later. For going to the texture settings of the texture that you insert, you have to click on inserted texture. Select image. For seeing that, you have to select all of them, and it's okay to see them all again. You can choose the color profile if you want, and the exposure is super expose your image for more brighten image. It's better when you use luminance channel here. That's explained it later, for more brighten, more shininess of your image. And here you can choose blackened part or white part of your image. With this, if you want, you can reset all of the settings there. Okay, it's reset. So black point and white point, you can control them with this slider. You can click and drag. An interesting part here is in animation. You can insert a movie or GIF MP4 in your texture. So double click, no, we are in a color. Yeah, I think you have to come back. No, it's a texture, and you can clear it. Go here and load image. In the loading image, you can insert your it's our TutorialCells introduction video. You can insert your MP4. Nice. Open, and as you can see your animation here. For better seeing that, you go into animation, right click and activate an animation. Now you can see your animation video on your texture. In a mode, you can go with simple or loop. It's looping and looping and looping, or ping pong mode. You can change the timing of your animation here. For better understanding the software, it's a little bit another calculation, but it automatically calculate. These are start and end frame of your movie from 0 to any frame that is, and it's a frame rate, relative frame rate. And here is for changing the timing of this. Okay, for better seeing that, it's better to see the interactive render to better seeing that. And with this part, you can change the dimension of your image. And then you can, with this play, you can see stop to render. Now you can see your animation here. Okay. From here, you can adapt your end movie frame from 0 to any other frame to, you can select it and type the end frame of your movie to better to see whole your animation or your movie from on your texture. And that's it. For example, you want to see, okay, the movie start at frame, for example, 30. And if you render, you can see it. Okay. The movie starts from that frame, not 0. So it's all about movie. Okay. From timing, exact second means from 0, it's matching the 0 of your movie. You can exact second or exact frame, exact frame of that, or range. You can add a range to that. For example, I want to start my animation from any frame. And now we can see we don't have animation there, don't have animation. And after this frame, our movie will be appear. This is for timing of your animation. Now you can see it better. So you have to make a preview and render to that. Okay. So this is for cutting the frame of image that I make sure that you the exact frame or exact second is nice. And here is the for cutting this play time. For this timeline of here. Okay, this is a timeline. For example, you want to start your movie not from 0. Okay, you can start from another frame. Okay, you can insert your movie from here. It's very simple. And you can changing the scale of your image like this. You can make it by eye. I think that's okay.